go. Hey, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Breaking the Block, where writers help writers and creatives help creatives, and we go off on tangents because that's our thing. We're writers, we're supposed to go off on tangents, right?
Yes.
All right. Rach, you want to introduce yourself, and I'll put up the little banner thingy.
I'm Rachel D. Adams in professional circles, I guess, and I write writing advice from just my experience, practical stuff. Nothing to claim that I'm a professional in any way, shape, or form, but I feel like it helps people, and that's on Substack under aggressively helpful writing advice because I tend to poke. Hey, do this. And then I've got right now an urban fantasy paranormal romance series that's about to be completed. Yay. 5 books. It's difficult to realize that it's like, oh, wow, we actually did it. Dawn is in chat right now because hopefully her otters took over and she is hyper and ready to talk.
Yeah.
And she is my co-author. Um, I think that's all I wanted to add right now because I've got my own YouTube channel too, but um, I've been running an experiment recently and I've decided I'm sticking to the one channel because I absolutely cannot deal with more than one channel right
Gotcha.
now.
Yeah, when you started to branch out, I'm like, time.
I have decided to call everything that I do right now an experiment.
So,
So I'm experimenting on things, seeing what's going to be best for me and my life. And then that way, in my brain, I'm like, it's not a failure. It is an experiment. You are learning as you go. And that's what I did. I was like, oh, I can't keep up with that. No, we're not doing that.
I like it though. You never know until you try. So, I mean,
Mhm.
I love that you're trying new things because that's what we always need to do, right? We always need to
Yeah.
be on top of things. Sorry if y'all hear the clicky. Laura, you want to introduce
Hi,
yourself?
I'm possibly a human who possibly writes things. I don't know. um, yeah, I'm Laura Nettles. I have a horror collection out called Tiny Shivers. I have a couple zines out. One of them is a Halloween travel zine, and the other one is my February newsletter. So if you go to my Ko-fi and sign up, I will send you a physical newsletter. Yeah, fun times had by me and maybe you. That's me.
That is awesome. I love that you do all the physical stuff too. So, in the chat, I am going to drop Rachel's and Laura's websites and channels if I can. And I will be adding them to the description box here in a little while once we get talking. And of course, it double posted it. All right, cool. Anyway, hi, I'm writer Sam Wicker. Links and I do not work together ever. Period. And I am a writer of adult romantasy books. I have 5 books out now for under Sam Wicker, my more proactive or active pen name. And then I have one under SW Lupine, which goes into the erotica side of things. So, yeah. And thank you for joining us, everybody. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to Cat Paw, Liz is first. Congrats. Yes. And Rach pulling double duty. And there's a Dawn, Inca, and tangents are fun. And yes, you are this close to finishing. It's awesome. There's a Thomas A. Hunt. Hello. And there's a Jenna as a queen of failure. Glad to know others understand the science side of it. Yeah, You gotta have the theory, and you gotta test the theory, and then you gotta go back and test the theory again with a different route.
Yes.
His Inca had a cola thing today, and it was such a relief to let go. Awesome. Lurking about while cleaning, says Jenna. All right. So, um, Liz Catpaw here in the chat had a question for us that she sent us. And it's a very interesting question because I think we all have a little bit of trouble with this, especially as we live in different countries, different parts of the world, kind of thing. And there's formatting differences. So, can you recommend a pocket guide or something like that for the inside of a book? A universal formatting set of rules to follow? No.
I don't
I
have any.
I pieced mine together. Like I went to my local bookstore and I started writing stuff down. And then I believe well, I did publish and thrive, and I think she's got a little section about what goes where, in her opinion, Sarah Cannon.
Yeah.
So I took notes on that. And then I just followed my nose to YouTube and started seeing what other authors were doing. So it was a lot of research. And then I came up with how I wanted my book's internal guts to look. And it's like lots of people do trigger warnings and stuff up front, but I do an author's note. I
Mhm.
decided I would prefer to call it an author's note, and it just kind of gives a light overflow of this is what to expect in this book without being too descriptive. Um, Kind of a vague overview so that they know, hey, it's adult. There will be open door scenes. There is violence, fantasy violence, things like that. And in one of the books in particular, or actually two of the books in particular, might be essay mentioned or spoken about or shown, not shown. You know, so it's something that was one of the things that was internal that I really did deep research on because when I started, there was this big controversy about do we do this or do we not do this?
Mhm.
Does it give away too much about the book or is it helpful for people? And I decided to kind of land on it's helpful for people to know certain things before they hit the book. Um, yeah, it's I think my flow is just what I've done research on, which is like your title page, and then behind the title page is your copyright and permission. And the next page is like a dedication page or an author's note, depending on how you decide to do it. And then another page would be the dedication page and or author's note / author's note. Some people put their author information up front. Some people leave that for the back. Um, so far I've left my author information and how to contact me and the that kind of stuff in the back. I'm going to add now that we've got a whole series, I'm going to add the order in which our series flows to the front of the book because that's what I've seen in both traditional and indie books for the most part. I'm just trying to go with the flow of what everybody expects as a reader. So yeah, unfortunately, there's not it's like parenting. There's no guidebook.
There's no universal way to set your babies out into the world.
Mm-mm.
So I'm like Rach. I kind of piecemealed everything together. All my books are going to look the same. They're all going to be 6x9, so they all have the same margins. They all have the same front matter and back matter. It just like changes per book. Like for Pristine, I had a chapter teaser for Dominant, and Dominant has a chapter teaser for Gay, I think. It should. Now I'm second guessing myself if I put it in there or not. But honestly, I mostly go with Ingram Spark. Um, that's who I distribute through all my paperbacks, and whenever I get to the hardbacks, it'll probably distribute my hardbacks too. They have a tools and resources user guide, and there they have like a book building tool, file creation guide, and even digital things that you can follow. And Draft to Digital, if you're just doing ebooks and stuff, they can help, they format it for you basically. And you can tweak things here and there. Like if there's like too much of a space between your chapter header and the beginning of your chapter kind of thing, you can go back and tweak that and fix it. And then you can save the file from there, and that's all free. So I'm going to copy and paste a couple of links here. A lot of people like Readsy, and Readsy has a ton of resources. Most of them are free, and it's a little bit overwhelming at first, even when you do the search. But they have, like, if you want to do your insides with like artwork on the chapter headers and stuff, I think I saw a formatting article about that with them. Other than that, just play around with your document, see what you like. You can always do like the uh, layout where you can see the pages side by side. That way you can look at the gutters and everything in like Word. And I think Google Docs.
Always use your previews. Yeah,
Yeah,
always use your preview views so that you know. And that goes for like Atticus and Vellum too.
yeah.
Like, do your previews. Don't just assume that everything is going to be peachy. It's not always peachy. So
Mm,
double check.
preview. That's the word I was looking for, and my brain could not.
Oh, cool. Same wavelength then, because my brain wasn't even catching on to that.
it it's circling. It has the dial up modem going on in my brain right now. So yeah.
So it's screeching with connectivity tones.
Yes.
Yeah,
Very much so.
that's this morning for me. Yes.
Um,
As a matter of fact, I saw a cat video that somebody like poked the cat in the nose, and it actually they did the little dial up thing because the cat's like, wait. And I was like, that's me right now.
yeah. What just happened? I don't get it. Why? Inca says, I just looked at other people's books and merged what they were doing into my own style, a format in Vellum. So I just copy the sections over from one book to another, then change the data, whatever. Uh, still, you got the sound going on. Rach pulling double duty. Same with Atticus. I have a formatting template that keeps my settings for each book series together so it can be standardized. Yeah. Rita says, I want to add images for chapter headings. I experimented in Canva, still trying to figure it out.
For me, I use Atticus, and that's pretty easy. There's a ton of YouTube videos on how to do stuff. And Andy's pretty good with it too, published with Andy. He's got some that are like more common sense. Atticus went back and they actually did do better tutorials. I hated their tutorials to begin with. I was like, you are not telling me what I need to know. Y'all are just breezing past something here.
You're not showing me where to click.
Right. I'm like, just freaking tell me. But yeah, don't just look at the it's not platform. See, now I'm having a problem. Software. Don't just look at the software's official videos. Look at other authors' videos who have had problems and they've made tutorials for you.
Yeah. In Atticus, they have their own preset stuff, but you can upload your own images and stuff too and play around with it. That's what kind of made me purchase them because of that.
Yeah, because I have
Whenever
plans.
yeah. Um, for those of you who have known me on this channel and have heard me talk on this channel, you know me and formatting do not get along, just like me and links. So yeah, you use Reezy for one of your books.
For the Samantha or Silverstone ones, yes, I used Reezy. It's very simple. There's basically 3 options of font style, and do you want a drop cap or no? And that's about your only options that you can pick from. But it formats the whole book for you. It was free for me. I don't know if it's behind a paywall now, but it was free. And yeah, it's fairly simple and easy to use. You can actually draft in Reedsy and then just export it right there as many times as you need. So yeah.
Nice. Because I know Liz submitted her work to an editor, and the editor was saying that the formatting was wrong and stuff like that. So I don't.
You can export it as a PDF or an ebook.
Yeah. Okay. So
I think I used it for a thingamajig. So for Crimson Strings, I used it and it was free. So
Here, there you go. Now you can show it off.
So it has the title page, the copyright issue thingy, and the dedication, table of contents. For this, I think I picked the wrong size on KDP because it made the margins really big. They weren't that big for the Silverstone ones. But yeah, you can pick a drop cap or no drop cap. So free.
There we go. I like it.
I did see someone use it when I was reading through poetry collections on KU. Somebody used Reedsy for their poetry collection. I do not recommend that because you can't change and have a whole, like, the indentation, like, it automatically selects what lines are indented based on, like, if it's the first line of the paragraph of the chapter versus the second paragraph, it's automatically indented. So, like, it made the poetry funky. So I wouldn't recommend it for poetry.
Yeah. Poetry's so difficult to format anyway because I like them left aligned, but then you have like Robert Frost type. It is awesome with like the shape, so it's almost like, how the heck do you do that?
I've been formatting my poetry in Canva with images behind it. So, yeah.
Okay.
That's what we were talking about doing with we were discussing future projects, and if we do drabbles or poetry, we're talking about doing the line art around it or behind it, and in that case I would probably upload it as an image instead of trying to format. that would still be a pain. You can set things. I don't know if you can do this in Reedsy, but like I have places where people have written letters or they have done a text message, and I want to set that text apart from the rest of the text.
They didn't have that when I started writing.
I know that they have in Atticus. I don't know if Inca could tell us if Vellum does it, but there's a way that you format it before you pull it in, that it can do that. And also, I think they've upgraded so that you can do it inside of Atticus. I've got to test that out though.
I think I saw that option last time too.
You're basically just making it a instead of normal text, like heading 6 or something like that.
Yeah.
If you need a formatter, Sky is offering formatting.
Yeah.
Not
Ooh.
Sky. Yeah, SD Hagus Sky.
Good to know.
Wavy.
If you have a formatter and they go back and they like are meticulous with making sure that everything looks good, totally worth the money if you've got the fundage.
Yeah.
I think her base pay is $25 to format a book. Like, she is extremely affordable.
Extremely affordable too.
I'm going to start tossing my books at her because that's.
I have the Atticus, and I would that's really affordable.
Just to save the headache, and if she can upload them for me, that's even better.
I'm too much of a control freak for the specialty stuff, but yeah, for regular book formatting, heck yeah.
Oh, there's her link.
Oh, does Vellum have the ability to set specific stuff apart from the rest of the text, like if it were a letter that was written by somebody or if it were a text message, and you're putting that inside the book? Does Vellum allow that? That was a question, because I can only speak for Atticus. I only can speak for Vellum so far as other people have told me about stuff.
Yeah, because I don't have Apple in my house because it aggravated me too much when I was trying to work with it. But there's
I was working with it in college, and I was like, nah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah. I worked for a call center for like 6 months, and it was just all iOS, and I'm like, it made me twitchy.
So yeah, Vellum does it. Cool. I just wanted to be sure.
Okay, cool. That's awesome.
I've heard really good things about Vellum. It's not Vellum that I'm against. I'm just not an iOS fan.
Yeah.
I used to have iPhones, and I swore by iPhones for the longest time, and then I got cheated on something and was like, you know what? I think I could go Android now. Thanks. But I've always been a PC fan.
Yeah. It's more customizable. Android is.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
Yeah, I just don't get into the war. Like some people like one and some people like the other, so it is what it is.
Samsung. I've been with Samsung phones for the past 15 years now because.
Oh yeah, I've even got. Let me see if I've got it down here. Oh no, it's in the living room. I have a Samsung Flip laptop that I can write on and draw on if I want to.
Nice.
Like this one, they just formatted the text, like the messaging, in bold between the people, so they don't actually do like the text message bubbles. So there are different ways you could do it.
I wonder if you could do that. Well, like Rach said, do it in Canva as an image and just upload the image in the middle of the page.
Yeah. Like it just does the who's saying it and then stuff like that. So
Center 3. I like that. Last Mac just for
I've heard. I've heard lots of people say that. Like they'll buy an old Mac just so they can use Vellum. So
have an iPad for art, but other than that, we're more of a PC and Android house. Yeah, Samsung Android. Samroid.
Do you need ointment for that?
No. We both went the same direction. No.
Don't medicate me away. Well, it says, I guess it's also a point that there are differences between Europe, UK, Ireland, etc., and all the self-pub companies who don't charge a fortune are based in the USA. Yeah.
Ooh.
See, we have the opposite problem right now with like specialty print. Most of those are in the UK,
mm,
or you
Like
have
the
to do
sprayed
the whole
edges kind of stuff.
huge, yeah, or you have to do the huge amount from China. So I've found a local lady that does sprayed edges, but I'm not sure. It is very expensive. So I don't like that idea. I would prefer to like buy like at least like 10 specialty books, and
yeah.
I
I
don't know.
just bought one at the fair 2 days ago. I've never seen edges like this before. Let me show you. So the author was there, and the edge looks like this, but there goes the stuff. But like, it's actually
It's
like
printed.
it's printed on the edge of the written page.
Huh.
And now Cherie said that you can do that in the like Atticus. I think she uses Atticus. But I'm not sure. I'll have to look further into that.
Yeah. Honestly, with the whole difference thing, just pick one and go with it. I've seen some American authors have European spelling, and that's just, it's weird for me, but I mean, it's cool too. So just do what you want. Just do what you want. Had an Apple iPhone, but we have to part ways with ungodly terms. Husband had an iPhone for years when they first came out in the UK, and he talked about it so much we called it the me phone. I don't like that. Yep, spread what? iPhone, but PC for laptop. Yeah.
That's what I have.
Mm.
At work, we always use Linux.
Yeah, my husband's getting into the Linux thing. He's like, I can download this and play with it, and I'm like, okay, cool, go for it. Just hand it to me
We
when you're
had
done.
dual operating systems. We just had to pick which one to boot up in. Because like Photoshop we used with Windows, but then all of our animation software was in Linux.
Yeah. Have they already banned Linux in California?
I'm not sure. I heard about it getting banned.
It's just
I think,
ridiculous.
is it just US wide, or I don't know.
Right now, all I've heard is just California.
Oh,
But I know like the other states are thinking about it, but I haven't heard anything whether they're going to ban it or not. It's just California.
I was using it in Canada, so.
Right. Gotcha. I don't know. Do
Yeah.
weird these days.
Stupid. Anyway, I have to go get ready for work because I have to be there in half an hour.
Oh no!
I knew. Kind of need to get dressed.
Glad you could join us.
Yeah.
Go ahead and do your outro. That'll be good.
I'm Lauren Nettles. If you want a Halloween travel zine, they're on my Ko-fi. There are also flash fictions on the inside. Yeah. So that's basically me. I'll see you around.
All right. See you. Have a good rest of your day. Don't
You do.
work too hard, I guess.
I wish.
I'm going to pop in Laura's Ko-fi, but the link should be down in the description box now. I added them sneakily. All right. So I think we kind of answered that question, even though I kept giving non-answers like "do what you want."
That is essentially, but don't not do it. Like, okay, so yeah, I've seen a couple of authors, indie authors that have published their work and they don't have title pages, they don't have anything up front, and it's like, no, you got to at least do some of it because you're basically telling your story, but then you're not giving anybody any information about how to get in contact with you or anything. So please don't lose that opportunity to do that.
Yeah. Another piece of advice, because Rachel mentioned, looking at other books and stuff like that. Whatever book that you've read that was comfortable to read for hours on end, didn't hurt your eyes, go with that page color. Um, Usually it's white for most people. Uh,
I use cream.
Cream, okay.
Mhm.
Um,
But it's like most of the time, since my problem with my eye, even my computer screen, I go ahead and do the dimming a little bit because white.
Gotcha. Sorry, y'all.
Coda!
But yeah, just pick one of your books that you like the look of and just format it similarly to that. Make sure your margins are not overly large. Mine are usually 0.5 with the gutter adding an additional 0.2 on the inside. So, yeah, it costs less in printing because there's less pages. Changed my desktop to Linux, and now I regret it because I can't run Scrivener. So I got a laptop for that, which is good because all the power cuts lost many words to that. Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's a cone of snoring. She usually snores out loud when she's running after something in her dreams. All right. So here is the next question. And this is more personal wants and stuff like that. So kind of take this with a grain of salt. But do you have words or phrases that make you just want to throw a book or DNF it? And what are they?
Not. I can't think of any.
Okay.
Now, there are things that will make me second guess my sanity for reading a book, but it doesn't really. It's not like a phrase or a word.
Okay.
It's like if you overuse certain words and phrases. Like right now I'm polishing book 5 because I'm trying to catch all of that.
Mm-hmm.
There's one paragraph where I swear we used the word just like 5 times in one paragraph. And if I were the reader, I'd be like, really? But when you're writing something, you don't think about it. You get word blind. So that's the reason we go back and polish it. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything. Nothing comes to mind though.
Okay.
The last time I DNF'd a book was because it was written in first person. There were 2 main characters.
Mm-hmm.
And one character would talk about what happened in a scene, and then the author would go back and do the second character's point of view for the same scene. And I can understand wanting to capture the second character's emotions, the internal, dialogue of emotions. But at the same time, if you're repeating the exact same scene, that gets old for me in my mind. So I had to put it down. So, but that's not a phrase or a word.
Mm-mm.
You know.
Um, the reason why I put this up here is because Reddit again. I'm spending way too much time on Reddit.
But it's entertaining.
It is.
Reddit is entertaining. I get that.
And there is a page with this, and it was this question.
Well, what did they say? I'm
So
curious.
a lot of the comments, believe it or not, about 10 of the 50 comments said the word moist. If the word moist is used more than once, they DNF the book because it's just something about that word that they can't do.
Okay, so I have a question about that. Where did number one, where'd that come from? Number two, are you really annoyed with that word, or is it because it's popularized to be annoyed by that particular word?
Right. And is it
Because
go ahead.
because until recently, that word never really it nobody ever said anything about that word annoying people. So I'm curious if it's just, oh well, I'm going to be part of the gang that says that word is annoying.
Yeah.
Now I don't even remember using moist in any of the books. I probably did at some point, but I
So,
mean that wouldn't annoy me to the point of DNF in a book.
yeah. Y'all know me as a very good person apparently on here, but I did use the word moist pointedly a lot in one of my books because I knew I was going to give it to the person that hated the word.
You are so petty.
So,
Oh god. Perfect. Perfect.
yeah, I mean, couldn't help it. But also with specific words, you know how you read or you say specific words, and there's almost like a sound with that word in your head. Is it the actual word, or is it the sound of like a moist sponge in your head
That's the
going
point.
on?
That's a good point. That's a good point because moist is one of those words that kind of sound. I forget what the terminology is. Y'all can look it up for me if you want. But when you say it, you feel think kind of like bang bang.
Yeah,
It's the sound and the word.
yeah. So yeah, I don't really have anything. I'm with Rach repetitiveness. If there's something repetitive in a book, I can't overlook it usually. And even if I have purchased the book or something like that, I usually start highlighting it because I like to count how many instances that happens.
It
So
becomes a game.
it does.
It's okay. So like what Baggy said, get out of your editor's brain and just read it. And I'm just looking at her like, but this is my brain.
This is how it works. And that pulls you out of the story.
Mhm.
So I mean, yeah. But another one on the Reddit forum was, and I guess everybody on this forum was romance readers, writers, or whatever, because the next one was, and his eyes darkened. And I'm like, but that happens in real life. I mean,
I mean, I
the
guess you
facial
could come up with
expression.
better ways to say it.
Yeah, we
You know,
probably
you
should.
wouldn't want to. Yeah, I agree in that you wouldn't want to say it too much. Again, it's more a repetitive thing that it is.
Hmm.
I mean, the repetitiveness of it would bother me
Yeah.
um, than just that phrase in particular.
Oh, I can think of one. This is probably going to get this video shot down if I ever get monetized. But anyway, uh, a woman horseback riding, and it's automatic. She's no longer a virgin because of the hymen breaking.
Yeah.
even though there's no penetration or anything. It does happen in real life. Sometimes. Usually there's a lot of force. Usually it's, yeah. But I just hate that. I don't know why. I hate it. I hate it. I think it just goes along with the whole thing of virginity being perfection anyway. And if you're a lady, you can't be horseback riding. Why are you doing that? So, yeah, that right there, I just can't. I don't know. I have to lay the book down, go to another one, and then maybe come back to it. So,
But why would they even mention that? That's what gets me. I don't understand.
it's
Why would
not
you?
important.
There's I would say at least 40% of women that can tell you they have racked themselves on their bicycle at one point or another.
Yeah.
It's not just horse riding. Like,
Mhm.
By the way, if you're a gentleman and you're watching this, that hurts just as bad.
It does.
It doesn't matter which gender you are,
Mhm.
physically.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm like, in my first thought when you brought that up is my brain is going, but why would you even mention it?
Yeah. It makes no sense. Usually it's completely out of context. Like there is no
Is this one of
love
those
interest
men
here.
writing women badly, or is this also women writing women badly thing?
Both. I think, I
Yeah.
haven't really even paid attention to which
The bike was more my nemesis. And Dawn comes from horseback riding, so the bike was more the nemesis.
same. I never had
Yeah,
problems with horses.
Rita, that's what I'm like. I don't understand why you mentioned
Yeah.
it.
It just
Unless you're talking about it happening right then.
mhm.
Because I can tell you, you'd have to do the research, but I would think that most women don't even realize that has happened when it happens.
Mm-mm. If
I don't know if guys know that or not, but we are not thinking about the plumbing
no,
most days. We are
no.
not.
I mean, when I'm horseback riding, I'm like, ooh, butterfly. Stop.
Watch that log.
Yeah.
Stop.
Stop eating. Get over here.
And I have a very limited background on that. I've only ridden horse like 4 times in my life. So,
Gotcha.
but
That's enough to know.
one of them was quite stubborn, and that was the thing. He was constantly looking at stuff, and I was like, "No, we've got to catch up. Let's go."
The worst horse I was ever on was a Palomino standard bred mix. And for those people who know horses out there, I know you just cringed. I can see it.
I've heard.
But he would literally look around and everything. And if something caught his, like a butterfly, okay, we'll go with the butterfly thing, and it just went past like this, he would follow it.
So you're basically riding an airhead.
Yes. He would literally follow it. And so I would just keep turning him, pull the reins tight and just keep turning him until he's facing where I want him to go again. And then he would just stand there like, what just happened? Where am I?
So this is going to come up with one of my characters in the future, one of my fantasy characters who's not used to horses at all, and is put in a position where she has to deal with a horse. And because I feel like too many fantasy authors and just regular, everyday authors assume that horseback riding is just this simple thing that anybody can pick up. And I'm like, no, it's not.
That beast has its own brain. And sometimes it's one brain cell, sometimes it's two fighting against each other.
And sometimes they're evil. They can be mean too and petty. They can be mean and petty too. Yeah.
Right here. That one was evil one. That's the reason why we named. I wanted to name him something else, but children would come to the ranch.
Oh.
We named him, and he was another standard bred, by the way. Oh, back to the formatting thing. Yes.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. And like I said, just play around with it. See what you like. We get caught up on words. We already know. To really say it, we just spoke about this. More like I can't take it, so couldn't finish the books. I get the ick over certain men's names in romance, like Colin and Nigel. I just cannot. I get that. I get that. I totally.
There has been a lot of Marcuses lately, by the way.
Yeah.
Right?
Um.
Okay, I'm not the only one. There's been a lot. And it's not, it's like the name popularity. You get, they have like polls and stuff where they're like, what's the most popular name of this year, for babies or whatever. Well, the same kind of travels with characters in fantasy and stuff. And yeah, there's been a lot.
Mm-hmm. It's just it's weird. It's like the C word, as so many call it. I have no worries using or reading it, but others, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Yeah, that's a personal perception. Is it perception? Am I saying that right? Is that the word? It's personal perception or no?
Personal.
Yeah, words. So preference, right? And people's the way that people have used a word in their background, their history, or have heard it treated, like the B word. Like I have no problem using the B word and even using it for myself because I see it almost as a retaking of a bad derogatory term. As a strong person, a strong woman, a strong-willed woman, you know. But other people see it still as that derogatory term. So, and other cultures see it as WHORE.
Yeah.
But we don't.
And I have the F word a lot in these little novellas. So yeah, and a lot
because
of people won't read
F-bombs get dropped. So
they do. Yeah, it's just weird.
Thank you, Dawn. My other half over here. The word you're looking for is preference. Thank you.
And automatopoeia for the sound.
Yes.
Yeah.
See,
yeah.
Things I forgot a long time ago just popped right out of my brain and through my ear canal.
Yeah. I just, for some odd reason, onomatopoeia, I just do like comic book words. That's
bang, pow. Right? Yeah. Schnick.
In that case, that word would send me to a happy place a lot. Moist sounds like stretchy spit, so yeah, okay. Why they gotta knock on my fave words?
See, and when I think of moist, I think of dew. Plants in the early morning. So I don't think of it as a bad thing.
I think of sponges, honestly. Just
okay.
Because sponges they do get dry, but if you use them every day, they hardly ever get dry.
Yeah.
They're always moist. Like I rode horses bareback for years and never had that happen. See? And I rode some bareback, but most of mine was a saddle, a Western saddle, and that's where it's supposed to happen the most. And it's like, excuse me?
Okay.
Puffy bike. Yep. Yeah. And most of the ones that I remember off the top of my head were the woman's thoughts. She was thinking about this while thinking about her marriage prospects or some crap like that. And it's like, it does. can rack a gal just as badly. Trust me. Yep. Yeah. Fighting dirty. I racked a gal. Same.
There is no dirty fighting if you get
Yeah.
caught off guard,
Yeah.
as far as I'm concerned.
You gotta do what you gotta do, and sometimes you just hate that
having
person enough.
having been bullied before, there is no such thing as dirty fighting once you've been bullied.
Exactly. We guys don't think at all. It's kind of weird. Bullshit.
Yeah, so if it's mostly women, I'm just trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we'd have to ask the authors. But apparently it happens enough that Reddit had it on there.
Yeah. And I know it happens more in like the historical romance, fantasy and stuff like that. So
The purity culture portion, right?
yeah. It is kind of genre specific.
Mm-hmm.
But I did read a contemporary one once, where it had that in it. Now this was like 7 years ago, I think. That book came out. I'm not going to name it, mainly because I only remember half the title anyway. But but it had that in it too. It was some kind of equestrian romance thing, so it kind of fits. But at the same time, it's like, why? Slipping of the petals while kind of happy. Yeah, it is. But yeah. There's a lot I'm thinking of, and that ain't it when riding horses. More like, hold on, Lucy, we going for a ride? Yeah. Like, and you're always thinking, okay, what is this thing going to do next? I'm on a Cadillac with no power steering. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going that way, and its own will. Just remembered it's Sunday. Hey, Eva, it's okay.
Yeah.
I love my highly colorful language just like I love my fun scenes. Exactly. Oh, I don't think of plants or sponges. I mean, they can be used in particular situations. Tangent.
My co-author, y'all.
Here for the tangent.
Getting me into trouble every day. If it's not her, it's the hubs.
Yep.
You already met too.
Yep. What's the topic? Oh, this one. And we kind of went off on our own tangent. Do you have words or phrases that make you want to DNF a book? And what are they? Let's see. Liz says, see, that's regional too. A very common one in the USA, MFer, is definitely to be avoided unless you're a 20-year-old dude while the red bodily fluid, bloody. We're just going to be whatever. Common UK expletive gets a similar response here. Yeah.
It took me further into. So I'm trying. I am really bad about dropping F-bombs, especially MF, and I'm actively trying to not use that as much. I'm actually trying to cut it out because it took me until my 50s to find out where that came from. And I didn't realize where it came from. And it's not good. I mean, it wasn't good anyway, but it's really, really not good. So, try and know the history of things before you, especially if you're going to put them in print, if you're going to put them in books and publish them.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with an F-bomb, but that particular phrase is really bad.
Yeah. More ways than one, probably. Anyway.
Yeah.
Boob is bouncing boobly. Yes. Hey, Steve. Rising Phoenix is my spirit animal. Oh, yeah. We'll go back up to that. Oh, my God. Oh gosh, no. Um, Never used it. I don't think I've ever used it in a book.
I've not used it in publication, but
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I have.
Southern redneck vernacular.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
that's why I'm like,
yeah.
now that I know.
That was the one that I was thinking of was the Belle Earth Witch, because that would be like the only one that would possibly have it in it, and I don't think it does. Because Redneckistan. Nope. Spirit animal.
Yeah, I think that's where that other one came from.
Yeah, the phoenix. Yeah. Um, but yeah, I love exploring spirit animals. I think like true Aquarius form, mine changes every now and then. And that would be interpretation, but it's the first initials of our Hellions by order of spawning. Yeah. I have one short story that uses F a lot. It probably says, yeah, Benny had a mouth on him. You get that? Characters do.
Mhm.
All right. That's possibly the only swear word I've ever used in my books. The MF or the just the fuck? Haven't read anything where cursing stood out to me, but I read middle grade so often lately. Yeah, yeah. Because you were writing it, so it was
Yeah.
plus the child. Um, so yeah, the spirit animal has definitely changed a couple of times over the years. Yeah. Mine's mostly the wolf.
It depends. Are you talking mythical or regular? Regular is squirrel because, ADHD.
Yeah.
Hey, hey, hey. Um, and the other one's dragon.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's like my gaming tag is pup squirrel
Gotcha. Um,
or
and honest,
wood.
um, I go between wolf and raccoon a lot, just because. Um, I don't know.
He
Maggie's
hates
is
unicorns.
Maggie's is a unicorn too.
Hmm. Will and Maggie could have a good storyline there with their hatred of unicorns. My son, who is also a gamer, uh, he set up an entire city, like one of those strategy games. I don't even remember which game it was, but there was a fantasy strategy game where you had to set up your city and have your crops going and everything was fabulous. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I've got it going on." Went AFK long enough that elves rode in on unicorns and destroyed everything that he had worked on all day. He hates unicorns and elves now. Hates, despises. So we picked up on it, and everybody in his friend groups and his family started buying him unicorns, making it worse because we're petty.
Well, yeah. Like I don't know how many times I've wanted to send Maggie like a care box and it have unicorns in it, just because.
Just want to see that look on her face.
I know. And one of these days, I'm going to end up doing it. Yeah, I just know. I know me. And it's only because I love the people. It really is. Eva says, I remember one video in the community confused curse words with slur words. Y'all remember that? Yeah. Slurs
Yeah.
bother me, but cursing seems like a weird part of life. Yeah.
Um, been a generational situation where that's concerned too, I believe,
Yeah.
because younger generations see a lot of our curse words as non-negotiables.
Mm.
And for us, it's just a cuss word. It's a colorful metaphor.
Yeah. Um, I think this one used the excuse of where they grew up. Not trying to narrow it down for y'all at all.
Yeah, now the opposite. I'm talking. Yeah, the opposite would be bad. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Love dragons, fairies, and unicorns. Yes. Like we just assigned these words to be too adult. My otters be ottering all the time. So yeah, dragons, wolves, and otters for Dawn.
For unicorns. Yeah.
Love all the fantasy things too. Yes. My little grandson loved dragons, so now I see them from a point of view I didn't used to see them. So they are more gentle, lovable sort of creatures. They're fluffy. Well, not fluffy, but they're cuddly. You're so mean.
They're all about knowledge too.
I am mean. I don't know why y'all think I'm nice. Inner child. Yeah. Unicorn postcard from Mackie.
Makes note. Yes.
If we could all send it to her on the same day.
Yeah. She's gonna watch this and be like, "Really?" But that would be great.
It would be. Can vampires be a spirit animal? Because if so, that's definitely mine. Yeah, I mean, they're a different species. I guess if vampires can be, so can elves and dwarves and yeah, why not? Oh, it was the other one.
Y'all loop me in on that, and I'll do it. I'll find one.
It was the other one. Okay. Say it was a curse and
Yeah, no, that's the opposite. Yeah.
yeah.
If it's a slur, it's a slur, and that's kind of why I stopped trying to stop the habit of using MF because yeah.
There are words folks throw around in the US that are slurs in the UK. Yeah. And vice versa too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was that situation. Oh no, we have another question. If you come across an indie author making mistakes, do you attempt to help? How do you approach it? I'm gonna say this, and it's probably going to be bad, but it entirely depends on what I know of their personality. Because I know if I say something and I'm going to get attacked back, screw it, let them do it. But if they are welcoming and not struggling for words here, and not necessarily childish, but then yeah, I will suggest things or be like, hey, I've noticed this, and most people do this kind of thing. Approach it with gloves for the most part.
Yeah, because knowing the situation, like I don't know that person. So the way that I was considering approaching it would be like what you said. So I noticed this about the book. Would you be interested in some help or not? Was there a reason that you did that? I don't know what the background is, but yeah, it's like I don't want to come across mean or anything. I don't want them to think that I'm trying to be overbearing or something.
No.
That's the big thing. I just don't. They have access to YouTube. They have access to tutorials. So that makes me wonder, like, did you miss something or did you do this on purpose? Kind of thing.
And some these days, sound old here, but some people do things on purpose so that they create a splash and can become viral because that's how they think they need to be in order to make it. Um, so, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to be dragged just to make somebody else viral.
Yeah, exactly.
That was something that was brought up to me earlier today, and I was like, that's a good point.
Yeah. Yeah. Eva says, I don't hold doors for people who don't ask anymore. There's too many asking. Lynn says, depending, hi Lynn, depending
Amen.
if I know them or not, or if they asked. Yeah. James says, we don't know them, just cross paths with them out in the wild. Is it a wrong a fact or opinion? Can you just leave a review? That's a good.
Yeah, I'm gonna see. It's like it's not a. Well, I'll just go ahead and say straight up, it's a formatting issue.
Uh,
A big formatting issue. Like stuff was left out that
yeah.
would normally be in the front matter of every book. So I'm like, did did you do that on purpose? Surely not. But at the same time, I've had some people I've already talked to say, well, maybe they did that on purpose. I don't know. It was just odd.
Mm,
And I was like wondering, well, did they just not do the research? Did somebody not look at the book over their shoulder and go, hey, it's kind of missing some stuff?
mm,
Or yeah, I mean, I was just like, but yeah, that was one of the things that I was worried about because I don't know this person, you know.
yeah.
So
Is it just one book that they have out?
I don't know.
Or
I haven't looked into it yet.
okay.
James probably looked into it more than I did. So it's like
Um,
you want to help people. I want to help. That's part of the reason that we do AuthorTube is to help each other and to boost each other. And I want to help the person, but at the same time, I'm like, but all the things that has already been mentioned, like I don't want them to go off on me. You
mhm.
know, a lot of times what I'll do is make an article or something and then just kind of share it around because that way I'm not calling anybody out. Nobody can say I'm calling them out or anything because a lot of times these problems that we've all had these problems.
Yeah.
We've all come from a point where we didn't know this stuff
Yeah.
and we had to learn it. So, it could be saving somebody in the future from making a mistake or, whatever. And also maybe reach the person that prompted the article to begin with.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what to do with this particular situation. So I'm glad that he asked. I didn't
Yeah.
think about it.
And another thing that you have to kind of consider too when trying to help someone is their mental state, which kind of goes along with knowing their personality. So if they are struggling, and they are in the deepest part of a downward spiral, uh, you may not intentionally, but you may just make them want to give up even more, you know?
Yeah.
And that's not what we're here for either. We want people to succeed. We want people to learn and grow and realize their dreams.
Yeah. Because there may not be a bit wrong with the story at all.
Mhm.
There might not be a bit wrong with it. It's literally just, I realized there's no formatting at all in the front part. There's like no front matter, no back matter.
Mm, no. Uh, Lynn says, that being said, a benevolent person noticed a huge mistake of mine and emailed me and saved my book release when I was starting out. Nice.
So I guess I just need to figure out how to word it if I decide to do anything, if I
Yeah.
decide to reach out, so that it's non-confrontational and stuff. But again, having known people who are on different spectrums, that worries me. I don't want them to give up for one thing. Also, don't want them to then see everything in a negative light and reach out and attack either,
Yeah.
because I've had that happen recently.
Ugh. Oh goodness. Inga says, I recently had someone ask for help, but they got defensive over every little thing. So now I know they don't actually want help. They just wanted to be praised, and I'm not their daddy.
Yeah. Well, what kind of daddy do they assume you to be? Because I tell you right now, certain kinds of daddy are not going to let that happen either.
Lynn says, I noticed so and so. So do you want to check if you uploaded the wrong file? That could be a good one
Okay.
too.
I'm taking notes here.
Yeah.
I'll probably go back and do the replay.
Yeah. No sorts can exhaust me because I can sling praise, but if someone asks me for feedback, that's not what I'm a sling. Yeah. I don't want any indie author to get a ton of bad reviews for something that is easily remedied.
See, and that's exactly that. I'm like, dude, like, if we can just figure this out, because I would hate for that to happen.
Mm.
Because people will put a bad review up there and it has absolutely nothing to do with the meat of the book. That's
If they can drag you and people would take their side, don't do the thing. Yeah. A review is either honest or isn't. Good or bad isn't my concern. I gave up the savior complex. But you are our savior, Eva. James says, no front matter, no back matter except for acknowledgments. Double spaced sentences, no indents. That cost them money, too,
yeah.
with the double space.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and it was print.
Ooh.
Like, they spent some money on that.
Oh my gosh. Eva says, I'm the sort of author that'd prefer a review on my book about my book than in my inbox or email about my book. I'd take it as a review of me if it's in my inbox, but I have many diagnoses. Yeah. Again, personality.
Yeah. It's per person.
Book cover was also strange. Hey, Morgan. Welcome in. A book review isn't personal to me. I don't even love my own books 5 stars worth. I get that feeling. If you message me and I took it personally, I'd not give up. I just only trust you to find me and give me personal attention when it was to critique me. Lynn says, I will say if the person is presenting themselves as a self-publishing expert and are making mistakes, I'll tell them so, and they don't present it as truth and mislead everywhere. Yeah.
No, this is just an author. Like,
Okay.
first book.
Maybe too, they just got so excited that the manuscript was done and they just didn't
format the manuscript.
Yeah.
Oh.
Didn't think. I mean, I did that to my beta readers here recently. I edited 3 times, which 2 were developmental edits, and then I tossed it to y'all. So I got
we knew ahead of time. Like, you did that on purpose. Like, we knew that ahead of time.
Yeah.
Getting feedback, especially developmental feedback, that's one thing. But this was like on sale. So that's why I was like, well, how would you go about telling somebody without getting them? It's just basically a towing cost at this point. A coin toss. My words. A coin toss. So it depends on if you wanted to take the chance, I guess. Because, not knowing that person, I don't know how they'll react.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you want anonymity, why am I trying to say that word today?
I don't know. I can't even say coin toss. My brain just literally said coin toss. Again. Anonymity. There we go. It's like Maggie's stories. I was like, you really had to use an enemy? Your title?
Oh my gosh. Anyway, if you don't want them to know who you are, um, an anonymous review would probably be best. But if you want to, like, it's so weird. This
It
is
is. It is. I never thought about being put in this position. And
Mhm.
I've put myself in this position because I feel bad and I want to help.
Yeah,
But at the same time, again, I don't feel like being dragged if this is the type of person that is. And I also don't want to discourage the person.
right.
It's just a matter of, you know, have you thought about doing this?
Mhm. Yeah, that facial expression only confirmed it. Another thing, there's a bunch of YouTube videos about this ex-CIA person manipulating the conversation where he wants it to go. So maybe you can study that, and the person will ask you for uh, suggestions.
What? Um,
But
I don't
no,
know.
yeah, no,
Look,
that's
I
too
took the
much work.
master class on hostage negotiation, and that was interesting, but I don't know if I could take it that far.
I don't know either. I know again. I guess reaching out and asking if they are open to some suggestions. I think that might just be the best way, or just like a backwards question. Um, Somehow, like, I know your book. I saw that your book didn't have a dedication or something like that. I don't know. It was unless you change your name for each and every review if you want.
Oh, I didn't know that actually.
That, I mean, that would be a good way.
I mean, I
You,
knew there were anonymous reviews, but I honestly have never done an anonymous review. So, hey, I think I said that right. Yay.
and then an enemy. You seem nervous, so they probably won't take it well. You gotta trust those instincts and things. That's a good point too. It really is. Mm,
Well, hopefully, somebody that actually knows them better would
yeah,
be able to say something. I'm not sure.
yeah. I hate that it's their first book too. I
Yeah.
mean, you gotta learn. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah, there's a big difference in what I first published versus what I've learned to do better.
mm,
It took a while.
yeah, no. Like you said, there's all kinds of resources out there that they could have went to, and I mean, say they went through Ingram Spark as well. It prompts you those questions too, kinda, because it makes you give a blurb, it makes you give a secondary title, maybe, and it makes you give. Well, Drafted Digital does the whole in pages thing on their ebooks. Um,
Yeah, everything that I've ever been through prompts you also or automatically does you a pre-printed copyright page,
yeah,
right? A title page and a copyright page is
yeah,
usually on every program I've ever used. So
yeah.
that's why I'm like, well, that's missing. So how? Wouldn't you have to actually make it not do that?
What if they didn't go through an actual book distributor, but they had it printed at like office?
Ingram Spark.
Yeah.
It was Ingram Spark. So,
Wow.
yeah. So that's why, because I don't use Ingram Spark particular, I use Draft to Digital. So I was like, well, does it prompt you to do that? Because if it prompts you to do that and it automatically does it like Draft to Digital and Atticus does, then wouldn't that be there? That, or at least it would say, hey, do you want to do this?
Yeah.
Maybe they're like, no, that I don't want to do this, but then they didn't add back a page. I'm not sure. If y'all know about Ingram Sparks setup, and and then again, not necessarily would it be that they went through their program. I guess they could have just uploaded, right?
Yeah, because Ingram Spark doesn't necessarily automatically do things for you. Because I use
Yeah,
Ingram Spark,
yeah,
but all the information that you have to lay out for Ingram Spark for like the keywords, the blurb, and everything like that, you would think
it seems to
that
me that would prompt you to say, "Oh, I need to add a
yeah.
title page."
But I also haven't used Ingram Spark for ebooks. I use Drafted Digital for ebooks, so I don't know if they automatically do that for their ebook side, just like Drafted Digital does. So the ISBN has to be in a book, I think. So if it doesn't have front matter, they'll figure it out.
That was my thought.
Yeah. Skills are so much better than they were when I first started. Yeah. Lessons learned the hard way. I designed my first Mobi file on Microsoft Word.
Bless you.
Which was a disaster. Who was it that said about a week ago how KDP had added the wrong file, an older file? Jenna.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, they republished her first book with the old formatting, old everything cover.
I've also had my description default back to an older version. So be sure to check your books every once in a while.
Yeah.
Because I've reblurbed my first blurb because again, as you learn, you're like, no, that's too much. That's way too much. And so I redid my blurb for my very first book, and I had uploaded everything. I swear I hit save. I swear, but when I went back, it was still the old blurb more recently on the description part.
Yeah. Oh wow. So this makes me wonder if it's like the book isn't stolen. Then, I don't know. I don't want to think bad about anybody.
No, we'll do our research. We'll do our research.
Yeah.
I'm just curious.
Yeah.
When I see something like that, I'm like, my first thought is, let me help you. Okay, something went wrong here.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's a lot.
Holy cow. That is so much money. So much money.
And it makes me also wonder if maybe it was like the first run and the author was just trying to get rid of the first run books.
Yeah.
And didn't tell anybody that that's what they were getting. Yeah. She's on the first half, y'all.
Oh no.
Only made it to the midpoint.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Sam's like, I speak from experience. Sorry. My condolences.
Any advice for an NFJ personality that is considering working with a publishing company and ghostwriter to make sure the story is done properly the first and only time? I am a NFJ and I do everything by myself, and that's the reason why I do everything by myself. So it's just be straightforward and take deep breaths and do what you can. My only that's my only suggestion right there. Not necessarily. I have a friend who pubs under a pen name, but inside by the ISBN is her real name. This is true. Oh no. At this point, I would make a false email and tell them because I am full body cringing. Yeah, this is another thing. She just got married. She didn't upload the new cover images to the distribution networks, also only offering hardback editions. No ebooks or paperbacks.
Yeah, so we can't compare.
Wow. Yeah, sorry for the
Yeah, I don't
non-answer.
know much about it. I'm a control freak. I don't know about y'all. Y'all know all of those. I'm gonna claim ignorance on all of those acronyms and be like, look, I'm just a control freak, and there are certain things that I would never trust with a publishing company. Maybe the fantasy stuff that I'm coming up with in the future, that it's already half written. Um, I would be willing to try to go traditional so that I could claim hybrid status at some point. But as far as like our universe, when it comes to the Dragon Tasker universe, we I can't imagine anybody else, a publishing company, doing it right, if that makes sense. So I wanted complete control over that. Um, if any publishing, if and this is like the dream, if any publishing company came to us about wanting it, there would have to be lots of contracts, lots of specific. You are not allowed to, you know. So
Yeah. You'd have to
because
go
that's our
through
baby,
Nintendo.
that's our babies.
Yeah.
Only we're allowed to kill people.
Right. Or not. Or not.
In our books. Only we're allowed to kill fictitious people. Words.
The one thing. The one thing. Oh no, Don missed it. If you couldn't do it yourself, would you just not do it at all? I mean, I did query there for a while, but now that I've got
There's an enjoyment in doing it yourself, actually, to me,
there
too.
is. There really is. After you get used to it. Not that I'm an expert or anything, by all means. But yeah, it's just you find joy in it. It feels like you can be more proud of what you've made rather than, oh, I had a hand in this. You know, I don't know.
But some people are really proud of the weight that they have. Not weight, the patience they have, and the drive and it's not stubbornness, perseverance, I guess,
No, it's stubbornness.
in querying and in doing all of that jazz.
Yeah.
Um, it just didn't seem right to me to have a middleman.
Mhm. Yeah, and another thing, I'm middle aged. I don't have enough time to wait for my book to be published 5 years from now. So yeah, I have 70 projects. I
Can't leave us alone. See, you left and you got in trouble.
Yep.
That's how powerful you are. You
Yeah.
left,
She left the outer
and it's
state
all
of
your fault. Again, all your fault. All your fault.
Steve says, or Stevie, I used to love writing was very good at creative writing, but I just want to write a book about the life I lived and the traumas, pain, abuse, and healing journey it took to heal from PTSD and depression, self-harming thoughts, addictions, and what it took to beat all those odds. Yeah. I mean,
That actually might be a winner when it comes to traditional publishing.
yeah, it would be. It would be. Jenna gets it.
Or
It's just one thing, one person.
Jenna's like, you had one job.
Exactly.
It probably is.
Yes, it is. I know it with you. No.
You
All
you
right.
want you want more tears, Jenna? Just read the first few chapters coming up. Sam's like, oh god.
You're gonna have to invent like some kind of drinking game or something.
We have to get the recipe for blood wine. Come on now, Mr. Camera. Oh, there it goes.
Yeah. I did say I was gonna go get some mead. Get some mead. Get me some more mead. Good lord. I am a control freak. I spent about 18 months learning everything I could about wide publishing and newsletters before I made a single move. You did have one job. You freaking nailed it to the wall. Janet, don't encourage them. Oh, we'll get back to this. Well done. You love it? Yeah, uh-huh. All right, Liz says, for the stationary savvy book peeps, the Waiting for the Night series. I checked the website and all of their themes are from books, but I don't recognize this one. Anyone knows Waiting for the Night?
I did turn off the autofocus, Mr. Expert. You tell me why the camera decides to do what it does. It has its whole mind, man. I discovered that when I was in another. It was our marathon. I realized. I was like, it's autofocusing again.
I've got a song waiting for the night. And I've got Julie Carrick Dalton Waiting for the Night song book. That can't be it. Why does Amazon pages have to be so bright? Blood wine for the win. Nailing things to the walls. If this is torture, chain me to the wall.
Mm-hmm.
You might be able to find that biography, memoir, ghostwriter on Readsy to at least take that aspect of it off of your plate. Yeah. And be easier emotionally, probably. A lot. Never heard of it, but nothing matching.
Yeah. I like the idea of book themed stuff for sure, but
Waiting for the Night Gothic reading journals. Is that? Oh, like my planner, which I don't have with me. Conquest journals, Waiting for the Night. They have like a clock with a black background, gold and red foiling, and they have ghosts and skeletons and stuff with that on there.
is it just a general theme then instead of a bookish theme maybe?
I think so. I mean, it's very gothic. I mean, it goes right along with any kind of gothic, dark kind of novel. Well, here, hold on. I have the ability.
You know we can share that. Oh Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Those are pretty.
Yeah. This one right here, these planners, that's what I have. Not the digital one, but the real one. That's what I'm using this year. But yeah, you
And
got
not very expensive either. That's
mm-mm.
nice.
They're nice. Oh look, they're actually sold out of it. Let me see if it shows like the pages. Yeah, there's like the front, um, yearly stuff. You have empty boxes here, but you've got like music and books read and movies watched and everything section. So yeah, their spreads are nice. It's vertical spreads. And they do have these awesome stickers in the back. I mean, come on.
That's nice. I like that.
Even dumpster fires. So, yeah. But yeah, I think it's just a thing that they've
Just a
done.
general theme.
Yeah, that's the one. All their other themes are from specific books, but this one, which I love, has no reference that I can find. Yeah, I think it's just something that they made up. And they did a good job with it, unless totally missing something. But usually, if you search for something like that, then it'll pop up something. Dawn has the first one. Bought that one for me and my daughter, Sam. Nice, nice. All right.
Yep, Miss Morgan. It's got the same kind of style sometimes as her mom.
Yeah. I mean, it's genetic, right? Gothicness. All right. We've been here for an hour and a half, a little over an hour and a half. Are y'all ready to go and enjoy the rest of your Sunday? Or do we have?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I'm going to be working for the whole time, doing the polishing to, destroy Jenna the rest of the way. Um, so
Jenna, I'll create a drinking game for us. I promise.
again, you need moon mead, you need blood wine because it's got to be themed.
I have themed mead for Jenna's books already. Because there's a Freya, there's a Jorn, or Born. Yeah. So yeah.
Or-
Yeah. Truly want to inspire and motivate people to do the inner work, shadow work, and help heal the world from inside out. Yes. Do
That
it.
is so nice.
Yeah.
It needs it.
Yes. All the hearts? Yes, you have. Clicks for unicorn based items. Oh, yeah. I have pins that have unicorns on them, by the way. So I've got that covered. All right. Anyway, you want to do your outro before we get off on another tangent?
Hey, y'all, just go ahead and look at racheldadams.com. That has pretty much all my links, including author resources, in the top menu. So if you're interested or curious about not just my stuff, but other people's contributions to indie authors and traditional authors alike, that's where you go. Thanks for having me.
Of course. You're always welcome. Thank you for joining us. We will be back again next Sunday for our Riderly Creative Church. Breaking the block at 11 a.m. Eastern. And yeah, come up with some questions. Put them in the comments. Yeah, all the good things. Links are down below. Follow them up. Click on them. And we will see y'all next time. Bye.